I'm Keith Chadwick. I'm the Fermi Grid project leader at Fermi Lab in the computing division. I am responsible for the central grid infrastructure, the services that are required to support it, and basically the routing of jobs from the experiments to do reconstruction and data analysis. There are various styles of computing. Sometimes the input must be analyzed by multiple processors simultaneously in order to create the output, because the output, each step of the program depends on things that are happening in what are called nearest neighbors. It may be happening in the processor next to you or the processor above you or below you. So that's high performance parallel computing, or MPI. But most of the computing that happens at Fermi Lab is what can be called pleasingly parallel, or if you're being less generous, trivially parallel, because the detectors are pretty much like big cameras, is the best analogy I can come up with. And each time the camera snaps a picture, data of that snapshot gets moved into storage, and then from storage it gets moved to a computation farm, where each of those snapshots, since they have no inherent relationship to one another, they can be analyzed independently. So you typically have a node which serves as a router, takes the data and looks to their farm of processors and says, okay, who's idle? Who wants work? And a node will say, I'm idle, I'm ready for work. The central dispatch node says, okay, here's some work for you to do. Do the work, let me know when you're done. And just keeps on doing that, handing out the work. And as processors complete their work, they hand the work back, they get another work packet to do, and it's very simple to keep that working fairly efficiently. The plan is to store on the order of 4 petabytes a year from LHC, and that's a lot of data when you come to it. You're storing it on cartridges that typically store from 400 gigabytes. So even to store a terabyte of information, you're looking at least 2.5 cartridges of tape to store that data, and then you have to manage it. So at Fermi Lab we have a total of, let me do the quick math. As of the latest installation, we now have 60,000 tape slots that are being managed by our storage system. There are issues because you are always moving from one tape technology to the next. The tape technology that was valid 4 years ago, the manufacturers are trying to, maybe trying to end of life the drives, so we then have to take the mission of taking that data that has been trusted to our custodianship, and we have to move it forward in a safe and secure manner to the current generation of tape technology and make sure that no data gets lost along the way. The data that we write to the new tape is in fact the data that was on the old tape, and all sorts of bookkeeping and cross-checks that have to occur. Data movement and handling is a very big challenge.